from Seaking Boats, North Queensland, and we just arrived back from Brisbane with Craig's 770. So this is the most detailed and intricate build we have ever done. It pretty much follows the same as my demo boat with the Explorer layout. The main difference being we've added that sort of black stripe and done the anodized silver handrails, where mine's just all white. But first time we've done a 770 with a twin motor transom. So Craig's opted for twin Yamaha 200s with the full Helm Master setup. So it's going to be an interesting test today. The other thing that sets this boat apart from any other one that we've done is the transducers. You may have seen this boat in a couple of our little Facebook shorts and whatnot. We had to, Craig's opted for the Garmin Panoptix PS70 triple beam sonar with the 3D mapping, and he's paired that with a Ray Marine B260 1000 watt transducer as well. So to fit those two transducers together, we had to do a customized fairing, and the fairing blockers was about that big. Again, you can see it in those past videos. It wouldn't fit in the rear transom section, so we actually had to remove the whole floor, all the fuel tank, and get our fabricators in Brisbane to cut through the keel and insert and re-weld this transducer block in. It was a last minute decision. This boat was pretty much ready to go around Christmas time, but then the decision was made by the owner to do this whole transducer setup. So we had to wait until January to get the fairing made, and then obviously late January, February to get the hull cut and re-welded, and then everything put back into place. So it was a good opportunity for customers while they were in Brisbane to see the underfloor structure of the boat. And again, if you want to have a look at that, it's on our Facebook page. You can see everything there. Troy and his boat builder that does all the fabrications were extremely impressed with the quality of the structure and everything. They could not fault it. So again, Troy from Brisbane Marine did a bit of a review recently on our boats, having done so many of them. So yeah, that's a huge part of this boat. Other than that, we've got all the bells and whistles that we've previously done with the boat catch, the full SSS sav winch setup with the 7-year warranty, and the Garmin auto deploy. He's opted for the night vision camera and everything as well. So let's come to the back and have a look at these motors. Yeah, so here we have the twin 200 Yamahas with the DES, digital electronic steering, full Helm Master with joystick control, ready to go. We haven't had it in salt water yet. We're going to do a test today in our freshwater river. Craig is from Brisbane, but he wanted the boat up in Townsville so we could do a full day's handover out at the reef once the weather clears, and then he plans to spend a week up here doing a bit of a tour north, which we hope to join him weather pending and time pending as well on that trip, and do a trip with both our boats and whoever else wants to come out with us in the Seaking family. But again, we've done the Seakeeper ride since posting our YouTube video about the Seakeeper ride, our unbiased review. You know, as I said before, we're not sponsored, we don't get any discount from Seakeeper. We haven't done a boat without them. Everyone's opted to put the Seakeeper rides on, so it's really looking forward to doing this test. We did a freshwater test again with our demo the other week. I recorded some stats with the single 400 horsepower V10, so I'll have some direct comparisons on the twin 200s versus the single engine motor setup. So let's get this baby in the water and go through everything. It's got a lot on board to go through, and can't wait to try these transducers out. Alright, so we're about to do our water test, go through the RPM in 200 RPM increments and compare it to the single 400 horsepower of our demo. This boat's pretty much got all the options, full carpeted helm and cabin, side access door, our Explorer layout as I've mentioned before, the upgraded helm seat. Hasn't been detailed yet, still a bit dirty from the trip from Brisbane up to here. We've still got to swap out the steering wheel. He's got a nice mahogany timber steering wheel to finish off the dash, which we'll do. Full Victron battery management system, so we'll show you photos of all that. Done it before, so we've got the 2 cranking batteries and a 200 amp hour lithium, as well as another lithium battery up the front there for the trolling motor, all charged by the twin motor setups with the Yamaha. So DC to DC, DC to lithium for the front trolling motor. So all set up for, you know, multiple days, nights fishing, 120 litres of water and all the kit. So we'll get these motors started. We've got the push button start, Helm Master joystick, so we'll run through all that as well. But we'll start with the RPM test. Having a bit of a play with the PS70, the Panoptix 3D imaging. It's pretty cool. You can zoom in, actually records where you've tracked, so you can see soon what we've gone over in the river. So a lot of new features with this. You can see the boat, you can turn around any angle, from behind, in front. See all the structure, so that's going to be awesome out at the reef to be able to play with that. And obviously toggle through the traditional and the triple beam, all reading at speed. We've also got a live view down, which you can adjust the angle out on as well. We've got the Victron battery management system showing all the batteries being charged by the motors. So we've got the Minn Kota house battery up the Minn Kota lithium up the front, lithium 200 amp house battery, 2 cranking motors. So we're just going to go through and have a look now. Seakeepers are on, and just get some fuel stats so to compare it to our Mercury plane. About the same as the Mercury, I think. Planing it around that 3200. One kilometre per litre, 31 litres fuel flow. It's pretty good. That's definitely better than the Mercury. Mercury's don't like that lower RPM. Let it sit there for a bit. It's 36 RPM, or 40k an hour. Still 1 for 1. It's really good actually. So 4,000 RPM. And that's the end of our run. Turn around. $4,400 RPM, just gonna let it sit there for a bit, play around with the trim. Yamaha's a little bit louder, especially with 2 motors, I guess. Yeah, sitting at 40, 55k an hour. That's 4,800 RPM there. About 57k an hour. So we'll get up to 5,000 RPM again. Give it a bit of trim. So 5,000 RPM. 60k an hour. A bit noisy, but that's Yamaha and twin motors, I guess. Take it up to 54. Definitely got some going, huh? 200s. You gotta kind of keep the trim down to start with, so it grips, and then as you're playing, just get that trim right up. It's pretty good. Righto. All in all, I think it comes down to personal preference. The twin 200s versus single 400, pros and cons of both. I like both, honestly. The Yamahas are traditionally a bit noisier than the Mercs, obviously. That's one consideration for me. But a Helm Master too, a lot of good features with that. So yeah, I think unreal transducer setup. I've never seen anything like that. So Craig, you've absolutely got no excuse if you don't catch fish, mate, because that is just ridiculous. Anyway, we'll get a few more drone shots and we'll get this baby out and get it detailed.
So we've got the drone up in the air. We'll have a play around with the joystick and try and marry it up so you can see.
So we're just going to do a little clockwise spin.
So we're twisting to the right.
Get facing straight down the river. Motors are doing all the work. Good for just getting right on that spot too. Here we go. Now it's going to get a little sideways movement over to the right. And we just found a little hole, so we want to go back over to the left just to get right over on top of it. Crab walk to the left, spin around. Pretty cool. And then obviously we got the fish point and drift point functions on there as well. It's obviously forward and back, so yeah. I'm going to put fish point and it'll lock us into place. Motors are just doing all the work now. It's a matter of with the wind or the currents, motor's going to hold us into spot. Which, you know, you'd only use briefly. So easy to deploy the auto encoder now. I don't know if you'd have the motor running, going in and out of gear all the time, be a bit annoying. But great for obviously at the marina and things like that, especially in tricky conditions, just using your joystick. So take that fish point off. Yeah. Put the joystick back on, spin us back around. So if you can imagine we're at a dock, lining up with the dock, and just going straight sideways onto it. On the port side where the passenger side access door is. And again, I can twist us around, straighten us up, nice and slowly, get us into a mooring position, greatest of ease. So if you not used to or confident with mooring boats, especially in tidal and tricky conditions and tight marinas, the Helm Master is definitely a great little add-on accessory. And it takes the skill out of it a bit. Yeah. All right, we'll get this baby out, I think, and Get it ready for the reef. Well, we just lost a drone, $3,000 drone. Ethan flew it into a tree, so we lost our footage of Craig's boat and the demo boat and this boat together at the boat ramp.